Tell me a little bit about what you remember about the Mount Washington 100 and the Centennial.
Well, I remember that Dad was influential in that, and so were a lot of other people. Their names are mentioned in this book here. But being the president of the Mount Washington Businessmen's Club, he really was active in trying to promote it and everything else. I think I remember most was, all the festivities that were going on all over the entire town for the entire week, and the parade, which I was in the parade there along with Uncle Tony and Uncle Lou. They were all members of the Lions Club, and we were, I think, one of the first contingents. And it was pulled by a tractor, and we had a big old lion on the back of a trailer, and the rest of us marched behind it. That was the opening of one of the openings of the parade. And I think Vince remembers more of it because he was involved in the beard contest. And
yeah, we had a Brothers of the Brush contest there. And everybody had to grow a beard. Anybody that didn't grow a beard usually would wind up in this little jail we had right at the corner where the Texaco gas station was. It sat right out by the bus stop. And anybody that didn't have a beard got thrown in there for 1 hour. So,
was there bail money to get out if you could?
Yeah, so after you had to buy a token saying that you had been in jail from the Brothers of the Brush for $1. So
somebody told me about wooden nickels.
Wooden nickels, I have them at home from Alfieri Pharmacy. Yes.
I have a couple of them.
Yeah, a couple.
Somewhere, if I could find them now.
Tell me about what you all did with the wooden nickels.
They were used in exchange for.
you could buy Cokes, or beers,
Yeah.
or anything like that. Because at the drugstore it was Cokes.
Yeah.
But at Harold's you could use them for beers. Same as at White Horse. Same as at London Bridge.
Yeah.
Those were the three drinking establishments there, and they were quite neat. I mean, I think I still have one or two of them too in my collection back there.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't drink them up back then.
During the parade, they had a lot of the antique cars and things of that nature. Do you remember any of
Yes,
that?
they do.
Were you guys actually in the parade?
I wasn't.
I
no.
was. That's me in there.
So that little bitty dude is you, right? Okay.
That skinny guy.
The skinny guy. That was you.
Yeah.
Do you remember what kind of cars were in it or anything like that?
But mostly 1950s and 40s and 30s. That vintage. They were considered old cars even back then, but a lot of people were still driving them. I mean, especially the 50s and stuff like that. But there was a few Model Ts, and I think Art Turton had some that he put in there.
Yeah.
And Frank might have. Frank always had an old car up there.
Yeah.
Frank Clam
Frank Clam.
from the Chester Comet Station. I know that I think the hardware store had some kind of a thing about iron works that they pulled along.
Horse-drawn.
Horse-drawn.
Yeah,
yeah.
they did. Yeah. A hardware store type thing
Right.
on wheels.
Right. They were the ironmongers and the people like that.
Yeah.
They had I don't know where the heck he ever got it, but he did.
I know.
He rented it somewhere. But it was a nice parade. It was a long parade.
Did they have floats or anything like that from the schools?
I heard that I'm sure they did. Okay, like McNick and GA, and I don't know about Withrow, but I'm sure that the local schools, the Mount Washington School, I'm sure had one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know about anybody else. Was there any other schools up there?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I know that Dr. Frame and Marjorie were dressed in the period times for the whole parade and everything going on up there. They were great people, really great people.
They were.
Yeah. Do you remember specifically the day that they had the contest that had all the different garb from the 1800s?
Vince would, because I think, when they had all of the That's when they had everything down at Stansbury, and you judged the little ones. And
Yeah, I had judged the
when
young.
Alice got
There was about
crowned.
3 of us that judged there was a beauty contest, and like I said, Sue Bogershoots won that one. But Alice was in that too.
Alice actually ended up being Miss Mount Washington.
Yeah. So that was great. I'm glad that they both won, because we had a heck of a time trying to pick.
Uh-huh.
You know, you got a bunch of little kids there. You got they were all customers at the drugstore too. Their parents were, so you sweat blood on something like that.
Gotta be careful.
Yes.
Do you remember any of the other activities that they did during the centennial?
I don't particularly, but like I said, they had the racetrack, they had racing, and they had the Mount Washington Day at Coney, and they had the dance at Moonlight Gardens.
I remember something that's kind of weird. That there was a note in the Mount Washington Press that somebody had discovered the oldest man that ever lived in Mount Washington, and they were flying him in to Lunken Airport
Yeah,
for the
I
celebration.
remember all that. Oh,
Do you?
yeah.
Boy, oh boy, they got it down there. Jerry Galvin was in charge of this thing. He's doing it. And
Are you gonna come clean on it? Because I know the story.
yeah, that wasn't nailed. Jerry did.
Tell
Set it
our
up.
audience exactly what happened on
Jerry
that.
was the biggest huckster in the whole world.
Yeah, yeah. He had all kinds of things going on. He was an advertising man, and he was doing it for his own.
Talk about the old man that came in.
Yeah. What about?
Well, I mean, what did he look like? Who was he?
Boy, I can't remember. I'm trying to remember what he. Huh? I can't remember.
I believe didn't everybody gather at Lunken Airport? one
Yeah,
day?
yeah.
So tell me what happened in Lunken.
Well,
Remember?
He flew in, okay, and from what I don't remember it that well,
I bet
but
you do.
from what I understand, that he got out of the airplane. Yeah, just
Yeah.
I'm having trouble. I was thinking it was Galvin that was the
Yeah.
old man.
He had a mask on. Yeah, and it was a fart. Everybody knew immediately as soon as he got out of the plane.
Yeah.
It wasn't real.
Sounds like he was trying to pull one over on Mount
Yeah,
Washington.
yeah.
There you go.
So
Awesome.
it was very frustrating. Boy, everybody was mad. All upset. All the people were come back from that just grumbling like crazy.
What a
I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
great advertising stuff, I
Yeah.
guess. What a hoot.
Hmm.